Gemini Moon. How are you? Gemini Moon. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome to 2020. This is your first official message for the year, and it's a moon sign message, okay? So this message is primarily intended for my Gemini moons. You may be able to resonate to it if you are a sun or ascending Gemini, but again, the intention is for Gemini moons, all right? With that being said, the messages are very general, so keep in mind it could be covering any aspect. And if it resonates, then great, leave a comment down below. And if it doesn't, then, it's okay. What else did I want to say? Oh, of course, the moon sign governs, or pretty much the moon governs your emotions as well as intuition. Also, maybe the shadow aspect of certain things. So, I really wanted to get a good grasp on how Gemini moon is moving into the new year of 2020 on an emotional level. Okay, in spite of anything that's happening, on the sun sign level. Emotionally, what are you bringing with you through 2020 or as you move throughout January of 2020? So, Spirit, thank you so much for allowing us to be here and understand and interpret Gemini Moon's messages. What is the strongest message for Gemini Moon as they move into the year 2020 and as they carry out throughout the month of January? Oh, all right. Well, it looks like we got a message. All right. So we have card number 6, Saturn, Truth. Saturn, Truth. So listen, Gemini Moon, there is a lot of what I'm sensing with this energy as we move into 2020 and as we actually operate through January of 2020. I feel like you are going to be operating in truth. You're going to be speaking truths, or you're going to be recording truths, writing it down, whatever. Also, I feel like as though some of you may be experiencing certain truths like you're going to be hearing those truths, okay? Also, I just feel like a very, very very strong sense of authenticity, okay? So, navigating through 2020, I feel like, you're going to be who you are 100%, Gemini Moon. It is card number 6. So, for some of you, this could be about, like, what your true path is. It could be about your life's purpose. It could be about, your, the life's work that you're here to do. Okay? You may be stepping into that more authentically. Like if you have been trying to do that in the past, if you've been trying to do something that's more geared toward your life path, then what I'm feeling is that in this year, in 2020, especially January, you're going to begin to discover how to do that a little bit more easier. And like I said, with a little bit more authenticity, not to say that you've been, unauthentic, not to say that at all, but I'm just saying you're going to be able to navigate how to operate in that particular field just a lot more easier. And I think it's because you're going to be a lot more honest with yourself, okay, and with others around you, or you're going to allow other people to be more honest with you, okay, Gemini Moon? So I like that. I like that energy a lot. So let's go ahead and pull some signs from Spirit to see what exactly it is that you need to be concentrating on, what Spirit is trying to get you to see. If there's any messages that Spirit wants you to be able to recognize as we cross this threshold into 2020 and throughout January. All right, let's get one more shuffle. All right, our first card here is we have gray, depressed, detached, and unemotional. Gemini Moon, I really feel like for a lot of you, you may kind of get that rap. You know what I mean? Gemini being a very a very air sign, and it's like it's kind of Gemini being an air sign. It's almost kind of hard for you to attach yourself to certain emotions, and I'm not saying that all the time, but I am saying that it's like there is a struggle to relate to certain people's emotions as you cross over into 2020. Um, excuse me. I don't necessarily see any of you all being depressed or detached or unemotional or just blah about a situation. If you were, I feel like it has been in the past. You're not carrying that energy into 2020, all right? But I do feel like for those of you who have dealt with that energy already, this is where, like, you know, in January, I feel like you may find it a little bit difficult to keep yourself out of that energy, if that makes any sense. Like, what I mean is, some of you are doing certain work and you're confronting certain truths to keep yourself from being depressed or detached. Like, you want to be more emotionally available, but that'll only occur once you become more emotionally true to yourself. Okay, the next card that we have here is Balloon, Freedom. Yeah, so there's some sort of expanse that is getting ready to occur with you, Gemini Moon. Some sort of expanse that's getting ready to occur with you. What I'm feeling, though, is I'm feeling like there's a lot of weight that you do carry. You may carry a weight of truth, right? So there's like some sort of burden that you may carry because you know a particular truth, and it has brought you down and has made you very, it's made the outcome on life to you seem kind of bleak before. But as you carry on through 2020 in January, I'm definitely feeling like that weight is going to be lifted. And again, it's because, again, you're going to have to be able to speak this truth, all right? Or at least allow someone else to speak a certain truth to you. It's really like the truth is going to set you free right there, okay? The truth is going to set you free, but the truth is not something that, I mean, it's not like you've been lying or anything. I don't feel like there's like you've been telling lies. It just feels like when I say the truth, I'm talking about your own personal level of, authenticity, how real you're being with yourself, how true you're being to yourself, okay? So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Yeah, you got to remain true to yourself, man. You got to remain true to yourself, Gemini Moon. I don't feel like you're like caught up with trying to keep up with the Joneses or anything. Like, I don't feel like that. I just feel like there may be certain little things that you kind of omit to yourself on purpose, and it's just like if you really would just confront those things, then I think things will be a little bit easier. And that can relate to anyone on so many different levels. Okay? I try not to do specifics when it comes to general readings, but, sometimes the messages can get very specific. But this is one of those instances where I just feel like, however this resonates to you, take it. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Thank you, Spirit, so much for those messages that you allowed us to see for Gemini Moon. What else does Gemini Moon need to understand and recognize as we move forward through 2020 and, more importantly, January of 2020? All right, let's get one more shuffle. All right, central energy here is the Lovers. Yes. All right. So, big divine energy coming right off in the central, right? So, for some of you involved in a relationship, this could be directly related to that. For others of you, this is just where you've reached a point in your life where it's like, okay, am I gonna choose to see the truth, or am I gonna choose to remain in darkness and in depression, or am I gonna choose to go ahead and lighten my load and expand? Okay? Now, that could be in any realm of relationships or just in any realm, period. But more importantly, I do feel like this is involving maybe some sort of relationship with someone. Okay, there's like a dark side and then like a lighter side to it as well. Okay, so I'm looking at duality here, and it's all centering around truth. All right. So I'm looking at some sort of duality here. Now you're in the balance, right in the middle, and you're at this turning point, or you're at this point right now where spirit is saying, all right, I brought you to this point so that you can choose. All right. We've got the Queen of Cups, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Ah, listen, Gemini Moon, what I'm seeing here is throughout 2019 or moving through 2020 and into January, what I do see here with the Queen of Cups, I do see you getting a little bit more, trying to get a little bit more control over your emotions. Um, I do see you emotionally maturing in certain ways here. I do see you not necessarily being so quick to tell everyone everything, but when you do speak, it does come from a very authentic place, okay? Or this could be someone, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just someone who just has a lot of emotion. This could be someone in your midst right now that is expressing something to you, or at least like you can feel the energy that they need to express something. But listen, once it's expressed or once those emotions are mastered, I definitely feel like there's like I said, a turning point that's getting ready to occur for you, and it's really it's really happening through spirit. It's not happening through anything um, that you can necessarily force or that you can necessarily have too much control in, but it is happening through spirit. So this Wheel of Fortune energy is letting me know that, you know what, um, this depressed and detached energy, like that cycle is getting ready to be completed because you're getting ready to make a particular choice, and whatever choice that you make is what ultimately you're going to have to be happy and be free about, or be free in rather. All right, so now we have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, so we're looking at wrongs being righted. We're looking at things becoming a little bit more fair for you, Gemini Moon. Okay, some of you may have been feeling like things have been unfair, and so, whether that's been in a relationship, okay, and that's the truth of the matter. Is like, hey, in this relationship, things have been completely unfair, and there's almost like a boundary that you're trying to draw here, Gemini Moon. All right, and guess what? The Two of Cups, yes. So definitely, when it comes to this person or when it comes to this relationship that we've been, talking about, what I'm seeing is I am seeing things equaling out. I do see things balancing. So Gemini Moon, you may be dealing with a Libra, or you may be dealing with a water sign. But at any rate, what I do see is that within this relationship, crossing into 2020 and throughout January, a turning point does begin with this relationship. And I think that what happens within this relationship is somebody actually says, okay, you know what? This is the relationship that I'm in. This is I'm going to have to be honest in order for this to work. Now, Gemini Moon, this could be you coming to this realization, or this could be someone else coming to this realization about you within this relationship. Okay? Let's look at the card under the deck. Ooh, the card under the deck is the Knight of Wands. And then also the Four of Wands. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. So what I'm really feeling like here is there's a deed. I feel like there's a deed, a good deed, that ends up being carried out that really does work on the structure of the home environment that you're in now within this relationship. Okay, someone that's why it falls right here under the Lovers. Someone is actually looking for someone else to do something in particular, like an ultimate show of love and affection or appreciation or whatever, anything that's going to make them understand that the home that they have is stable. Because right now, just like with the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, is like based on their emotions, things could swing either way, right? But I do see balance, and uh, I do see equality being restored here within the relationship with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups there. All right. So let's go ahead and pull from the Chakra Oracle deck. And that's going to give us a little bit of insight about what Spirit wants us to concentrate on within ourselves, within our bodies maybe, or our minds. What maybe this might help navigate through this energy a little bit easier if we do have something that we can focus on within ourselves. It's a very, very strong message, Gemini Moon. All right, let's get one more shuffle. Our first card we have is passion, desire, fun, fulfillment, joy. Yeah, look at that heart chakra energy right there. Okay? Spirit is saying, concentrate on your passions during this time. Do things that bring you great joy, great happiness. Okay? Do the things that you want to do. Do the things that you desire to do. Okay? Do the things that are fun, because that's really going to help take you out of that blah type of atmosphere there. Okay? Spirit is saying don't lose sight of what is fun. Don't lose sight of the things that brings you joy. All right? And then also our next card is another card from the heart chakra as well, and it's actually the heart chakra card. So again, this is all about love, and this is all about maybe support of someone else, or maybe the support that you need from someone else. Okay, this is all about the love and the passion that you put into someone else. Okay, but it can only that love and that passion that you put into someone else is only going to be received as love through the heart chakra if it is done by you being as authentic as possible. Even if that does mean sometimes you have to kind of display your black side, your gray side, that's okay. We all go through that. We all get depressed. We all feel down. We all feel a little bit emotionally detached. But where we go wrong is when we try to pretend like, everything's fine. You know what I mean? But the thing here is I feel like the person that you're with, they already understand this. And they just want you to be more open during times when you need help, or vice versa. You may need your partner, Gemini Moon, to be a little bit more open and a little bit more fair to you when it comes to how they express their truth and how they express the fact that what they really want is love. Straight from the heart chakra. So with that being said, Gemini Moon, that is a beautiful message. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, but let me know how this works out in the comment box below. You know what? The comments are always where it's at. Y'all always keep it real with me in the comments. So go ahead and let me know. I love to read those. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, I welcome you to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all of the likes and the shares. And I think I said that already. If you want to book a personal reading, I am available to do that. All the information will be in the description box below. So, Gemini Moon, with that being said, see you guys later on in January. Bye.